blood artist. We'll just have a little blood artist snack right there. You just snack on him a little bit. There you go. A little werewolf finisher there. All right. That's pretty good. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. I'm back from being sick, down with the sickness. And I'm back in black, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I figured I'd open with a mono black gain and drain. I think we're really there. I did a mono black discard not too long ago. It was alright. But man, you know, my heart belongs to gain and drain at the end of the day. Because it is through the blood of the wicked we shall be redeemed. Hallelujah. Amen. So, let's try that out. Now, before we get down to the shaky break here, before we get down to the meat and potatoes of this deck, I need you to do something for me. Do you know what that is? Tenderly hit that like button. Gently hit that subscribe button, or else, well, guys, the like and subscribe will come and brutally maul you. That is a YouTube werewolf on a light cycle with a robot arm. He will hunt you down for not liking the video and subscribing today. Fastest growing channel, Magic the Gathering channel on YouTube. Don't check that, it's 100% true, just believe me. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj. First time streamer, shout out to Too Old for Twitch, great username, by the way. He came from the YouTubes, came by, say hi to us. First time streamer Strato too. We'd love to see you there as well. You can check out our Discord community. We'd love to have you there. Get all the latest news and information. Even new Capenna spoilers are coming out. New Capenna spoilers. I feel like Kamigawa just dropped, but here we go, going into the next set. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are available on my AetherHub. If you want to click that link to AetherHub and give that a shot. And of course, I'd like to personally extend an invitation to you to join the channel here at the Villains. I will start doing live streams on YouTube where you can get emotes, badges, special stream shoutouts, suggest decks, all kind of fun stuff. So we are going to be expanding the YouTube audience, and I'd love you to join that in case you want to support me directly. So, that all being said, what are we starting out with? First, I gotta tell you something. Quick disclaimer, guys. This is an alchemy deck. I know. Don't throw your phone into the sewer, okay? It's an expensive thing. All right, you'll regret it later just because, you know, I mentioned alchemy. It's not the end of the world. Listen, I have some alternates for you, but man, the gain and drain game is way too good to not play alchemy. But we'll get to that. There's only one alchemy card in it, and I think you know what it is. What I really like, man, Okiba Reckoner Raid, man, I love that as a first play. Each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. For first turn, it immediately happens. 2 gain and drain. And man, I wish I had a sweet rat biker gang neon trench coat like that, man. I'd wear it all the time. Then, of course, it comes in as a 2/2 Menacer and vehicle to control a menace. We have no vehicles. Doesn't matter. 2/2 Menace Rogue for gain and drain for 1 black mana on turn 1. Yeah, I'll take it. Reaper's Talisman. You know I love the Reaper's Talisman for the gain and drain. The other thing I like about Reaper's Talisman, it gives Death Touch, of course, whenever it attacks. And if it attacks alone, a defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And I also like to be able to crack this open with Deadly Dispute. Now remember, Deadly Dispute lets you crack open artifacts or creatures, so you can do one or the other. So Reaper's Talisman is kind of like a reserve. If you've got nothing else or you don't have anything good to crack open, you can always crack the Reaper's Talisman open. It's really good versus defenders if they don't want to block against a Death Toucher. Shambling Ghast, I mean, it's a staple. It's literally a zombie staple in mono black. Because it's ramp. It's -1 for a little bit of removal. It's 1 black, and of course it will give you that extra treasure. Warlock Class, guys, I think people are waking up to it, man. I've been seeing it more and more. That steady amount of life loss, especially when you're running a lot of sacrifice decks with this, and we are going to be running a lot of sacrifice and killing and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of death, sacrifice, and stuff like that. 1 black, another great early play. So all these cards that I've shown you so far are all play 1s, are all turn 1 plays. 2, level 2 is play 1 black mana, and 1 regular. When this class becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. You can load your graveyard for some graveyard shenanigans. We do have a little bit of that, so it's not that bad. We do have a tiny little bit of resurrection there with the help of Agadeem's Awakening. And then, of course, the level 3 is very deadly. If you pay black, total of 7, 6, and 1 black at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Damage causes loss of life. So that means if they lost 5 life and then a creature died, that's a total of 6. Then it goes 6 again. They've just lost 12. Man, a lot of times that'll be enough to make them lose the game. Very, very useful there. Deadly Dispute, cracking people open, cracking items open, or cracking open people's ribcage and taking out the sweet treasure that's inside. Is she harvesting organs? I don't know. How is she getting a treasure from sacrificing people? We don't know. We don't ask questions. Draw 2 cards, plenty of good card draw there, and treasure generation. Yeah, definitely. Really, really good ramp there. Feed the Swarm. I chose this specifically because of its enchantment removal abilities. Now, if you want any other kind of gain, if you want any kind of removal, certainly go for it. If you want something like Poison the Cup or Blood Chief Stir, sure. But man, is being able to kill enchantments right now very useful? Yes, it is. The enchantment metagame is strong right now, so that's why I'm kind of resorting to Feed the Swarm. We will lose life, but generally speaking, the enchantments that are around right now aren't that expensive. Some of the creatures are, but the enchantments generally are not, and we're going to be gaining life, so a lot of times we can pay enough to make that worth it. Fell Stinger, of course, the 3/2 zombie. When it exploits a creature, draw a card. Again, you can sacrifice any creatures you want to draw more cards, and a great death touch blocker. I don't know if I really want to go with 4 of them. This is kind of a flexible card. I wouldn't be mad if you put 3 or 2 and up something else. But a great card to have in there nonetheless. 3/2, pretty aggressive death toucher, and lets you, of course, draw cards. I even like to do that -2 life. I've killed people with that. I've exploited, that means a creature died and then made my opponent lose 2 life. And then at the end of the turn, Warlock Class hits or 2 Warlock Classes hit. So they could have 4 life less. I bring in Fell Stinger, sacrifice a creature, make them lose 2 life. Warlock Class triggers twice. Boom, they're at 0. So you can do a lot of tricks with Fell Stinger. Graveyard Trespasser. The Hungry Goth Girl, as you know. 3/3 Human Werewolf with Ward, discard a card, 1 black and 2. Whenever Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Again, gain and drain, Mistress of the Night here. In her Glutton form, it is 2 cards, and for each one, you lose 1 life and gain 1 life, and it's whenever they come into play or attacks, and she is a 4/4 in her full Garu war form, werewolf form there. Fantastic stuff. And the ward really does help too. Marauding Blight-Priest, Vito's daughter herself. 3 of them is enough. I don't think you need 4. Vampire Cleric, whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses 1 life. A lot of times we have a single life trigger, and that really does help up the amount of damage we're going to do. So the single life trigger on Graveyard Trespasser, Sanguine Brushstroke, and Meathook Massacre is going to be really useful. Obviously, Veto is no matter how much life it was. If you gain 5, they lost 5. In this one, if you gain 5, they still just lose 1. However, if it's single point triggers, Marauding Blight-Priest will, of course, be very, very helpful in accentuating that. Death and Destruction, my friends. That is enough. Sanguine Brushstroke. This is the Alchemy card. We have 3 of these bad boys in there. 2 black and 1. Enters the battlefield. Create a Blood Artist right there. 0/1 when Blood Artist or another creature dies. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life. Fantastic stuff there. Again, sacrificing a blood token will discard a card and then you draw 1. So again, a little bit more card draw there, and we want things to be dying. If things are dying, we're losing life, gaining life, and then we can pull off some really, really cool stuff. And then for another Kamigawa taste here, we haven't added too many Kamigawa, but this is definitely one of them. We have Invoke Despair, probably one of my new favorite black cards. I really like the Invoke cycle. Very dangerous, although this is really one of my favorite ones here. 4 black and 1. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. They can't, and you draw a card. Repeat this process for an enchantment and Planeswalker. They will lose a grand total of 6 life, and you will draw 3 cards, potentially. which is very, very powerful, or they're going to lose a ton of stuff, which is very, very deadly. Again, if they're losing creatures at the end of the turn, Warlock is going to have to do that. Warlock in ultimate form, and they've lost 6 life, they're going to lose 6 more. It's very, very deadly thing to combine multiple times. And of course, we're going to finish them off with the Meathook Massacre. What do I always say, boys? There's a reason this card in paper is like $54. 2 black and X. X is whatever you pay. Each creature gets -X until the end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. Again, the gain and drain massacre here. We don't care, man. We will massacre out a huge board of our own people and just let Sanguine Brushstroke and everybody else just and Meathook and do the damage that they do, and Warlock Class do the damage that they do. We will just finish them off just like that. Don't even worry about it. Again, not too much direct removal because we do have that Feed the Swarm. Again, like I said, if you want to adjust it, if you want to say I want 1 less Fell Stinger, 1 more Feed the Swarm, sure, I'm not mad at you, man. If you want a little bit more direct removal, yeah, I don't care. 1 Agadeem's Awakening for a little bit of mana drop and a little bit of resurrection just in case you want it. 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrants, 18 Swamps, 1 Takanuma Abandoned Mire, mill 3 cards, return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Again, a little bit of graveyard shenanigans there. You can up the amount of those, just want to make sure that I have a decent stable land base. It's just blacker than black right here. Not too many creatures, guys. Do remember that those Okiba Reckoner raids do turn into creatures eventually, but we are heavy on the sorceries. We are heavy on the card draw and the sorceries. A little bit aggro, a little bit mid-range. It really just depends. I wouldn't really categorize it aggro. I'd call it more of a tempo mid-range type thing. Kind of all over the place. Zombies, werewolves, everything. 3 instants, 4 sorceries, 2 artifacts. Heavy on the enchantments, believe it or not. Pretty heavy on the enchantments. Kind of a black enchantment deck. 21 lands total. Yeah, you could get away with 21. You could get away with 22 as well. I keep flooding on it, so maybe you'll have more luck. Altogether, here is the alternate view here. Nothing less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually don't even have a 4. We have 1, 2, 3, and then Invoke Despair is our big boy there. Of course, Massacre kind of sits outside of it because it can be anywhere from obviously 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to all the way over here. So, you know, it kind of sits outside the whole schema of everything. So that is what we're looking at on the sideboard for standard. If you just can't help yourself, you say, I can't do it, Jay. I can't get Sanguine Brushstroke. Clawing Torment from Kamigawa is a lose 1 life enchantment. Duskwielder is a great add, and another Feed the Swarm for removal. These are all commons from for very cheap cards that all lose life. You just want to stick with the lost life thing. So Clawing Torment, Duskwielder, this makes somebody not a blocker. This is a gain and drain, and that's another removal. So that's your sideboard in case you don't just have to run it standard. You can't run the Alchemy. There's nothing wrong with the Alchemy queue, guys. You only need 3 Alchemy cards for it. But if you can't do it, swap in those swaps. That'll help you out right there. Let's get into the ranked here. We're charging up Platinum right here, headed back into Diamond. I want to push on Mythic this season. Couldn't really do it last season. Wasn't really motivated, but I think I'll do it this season. So let's take a stab at it, guys. Let's go. You know, I was losing my voice too. I was kind of hoarse, and all around it was pretty bad. I put out that rune video and then nobody watched it, so I was like, all right, I'm taking another day off. I'm not going to kill myself for I gotta take a break when I gotta take a break. Ooh. Let's do a Zombo. Let's do the Wombo combo Zombo. Yeah, I know it's tough, man. I know it's hard for me too, but it's not easy. But I know it has to happen. I know it has to happen sometimes, man. Unfortunately. I'm trying to grow the channel, bro. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to grow the stream. Trying to do what I can, you know what I'm saying? It ain't easy out there, man. Hey, that's awesome, Drift Ronin. That's awesome, bro. Said it's hot out here for a pimp, trying to get the money for the ramp. Sanguine. I'm glad Musketeer's back. We saw him on YouTube. I am going to do some YouTube streams. I'm probably going to do something separate, but a couple days a week I'm trying to stream on YouTube. There's an underserved audience there, so, and YouTube likes when you stream on it, it promotes you more, so it's kind of a need-must situation, you know? Look, Biting Palm Ninja. He's got a gross mouth on his hand. By the way, I would recommend the Batman to anybody. In case you're interested, I would recommend the Batman to anybody. It is not easy to double stream, and it requires a lot of computing power. As you can see, my computer's already struggling as it is. So technically you can. I think it may be a violation of terms if you do that simultaneously. Now you're allowed to, unless you have a exclusivity. Hey, what's up, 2 young wolves? Praynar. Any redeem, sing a song. I will sing the song of my people. It goes, come Swamp Thing, running all black like a nightmare, flying 6-drop, old school like fear, dark mode, never light, villains in shadow, out of sight, out of mind every time. Oh, look, we can hook him. We can hit him with the hook. Do we want to hit him with the hook right away? Oh, Lord Grim hit me with the stuff. Hey, C Money Boy. With the C Money Boy. Come Swamp Thing. Alright, Graveyard. Let's get rid of Blood Artist. What exactly is a D&D one-shot battle royale? You bring a character. I won one of those with an arcane archer. Yeah, you kind of have to. And one of the things that people have said repeatedly is that it really is true that YouTube favors you to stream with them. So if you do that, they push your channel more sometimes, which is good. Alright, he's going to foretell. Weird. Draw a card, then discard a card unless you... I mean, he's dead. Like, he's dead, right, guys? Like, he's dead. We're going to do that. Alright. My Graveyard, Okiba Raid Reckoner. Oh, this is not a million. There we go. Yeah. DED dead. Restream. It might be a TOS. I don't know. I don't know if it's a TOS, so I really do have to check. Hey, well, I appreciate it, Drift Ronin. And here we are at Plat 3 with the black. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's what it's like to drive an F-150. L plus ratio plus Maidenless plus Touch Grace plus no runes. Hey, Trust Daddy, what's up? Warlock Class. Oh, man, after a man of culture here. How it feels to shoot 5 gun. I remember those memes. Those were good. Death Touch Trample. Yeah, not a lot of people know about Death Touch Trample. It's a secret passed down generation to generation. And the game froze a little bit. That's good. I always like to see the game freeze a little bit there. There we go. And we're going to put down one of them. Put down one of them. There we go. No. Never heard of that. Fred for 10th House. I've never heard of that. Fellstinger. F10,000. Mono Black Gain and Drain. Yes. It is the Mono Black Gain and Drain time. Fred F10,000. No, I haven't seen that. Ooh, Exile. Nice. F10,000. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it correctly. I'm sorry, Drift Ronin. I'm not saying it right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Okay, sorry. Alright, so let us do this, Pango. And let us do this. Multiple Warlock classes. Let's eat that Headless Rider. You don't need that Headless Rider. That's for suckers. You don't need that. That was delicious, by the way. Remember like Ford or Dodge aired a truck commercial with Dr. King and everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? It was like a Dr. Martin Luther King speech, and it was for trucks. And it played like once, and everyone was like, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? And they were like, LOL, whoops. You gotta block both, my guy. Gotta block both, my guy. Sure, you can post it. Kerbango, Kerbongo. Dynaterra. Ooh, the hook. Brought the hook in, man. I don't know why he didn't hook for 2. But, oh, I guess just so they die. Yeah. He's just trying to do the gain and drain thing. Good for you, man. Good for you, man. But I was born into gain and drain. You were merely adopted by it. When I finally saw the gain and drain, it was only blinding. Wait, that was a little bit of paraphrasing. Oh, we're really on a Batman theme tonight, huh? There we go. See money, boy. It's a Warlock party tonight. Oh, there's a Sanguine Brushstroke. And we're frozen again on this Saga. Love to see it's freezing on a Saga. That's great. But I bet he doesn't have Despair, though. Yeah, get rid of your enchantment. There you go. Can't block, man. That's a problem with tokens. Blood Artist. We'll just have a little Blood Artist snack right there. You just snack on him a little bit. There you go. A little werewolf finisher there. All right. That's pretty good. There we go. Alright, let's keep it going. So what do we all think about that one more season of whatchamacallit? One more season of Futurama. I used to be really into Futurama. I'm not so much anymore. I used to be a much bigger Futurama fan. What was the problem? Because they were saying, oh, it's money. He wants more money. Then he was like, no, it's scheduling. I have too many other jobs going on right now. I probably have some old episodes I still haven't watched. So what was the real reason? Okay. Because people are like, oh, he wants more money, and he was like, I guess he was like, no, it's not really about me not having money, it's about I'm not getting money for you guys. I'm getting scheduled on different stuff, and like I don't have time to do all this stuff. If you guys want my time on the schedule you want, you've got to pay for that. Like, not really so much that I want money because I want more money, but like I don't like the 6 weeks you want me to do voice lines, I'm not available. I'm gonna have to move stuff around or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's a busy voice actor, man. John DiMaggio is like, he is a big boy voice actor, man. He's not. He was Marcus Phoenix. Demetrio. Okay, goodbye. Thank you, Demetrio. He is in a lot of stuff, dude. He does video games. He does all kind of stuff. Like, I get it. And it's like, I understand that it's a big passion project, but like, it's his job. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, look, gems. All right. Hey, look, a Glasspool Mimic. I think I got a full set of those. All right, let's keep going. I didn't care for Disenchanted. I watched the first season of Disenchanted. I didn't care for it. Witcher Season 3, are they doing it, or what's going on? Disenchant is good when you want to take a minute. Wow. It's not really a glowing recommendation there, my dude. Although my dad does have shows that he swears those are the shows and movies that are those are the ones to sleep to. He's like, oh, that's a good one to sleep to, man. You want to get a good sleep in, you put on that. Forensic Files is a big one. He loves to sleep to some Forensic Files. I hear Forensic Files on in the other room. I know my dad's taking a nap. But the flood is real, boys. Don't tell me the flood ain't real, man. Okay, I've played Halo. The flood is a real thing. All right, they're a real, legitimate. He's gonna be sadly disappointed when I sacrifice that thing because I don't give a shit. I'll need to discard. Let's put that down. Let's put that down. Whoops! I clicked too fast there. Oh well, it doesn't matter. And let's get some more cards out here. Alright. Warlock Class. Look at that flood, man. Beautiful. Take action, sacrifice it. Don't need it. Shrek to fall asleep. Yeah, I put on Archer. Archer is good to fall asleep. A show that I've seen a bunch of times is good to fall asleep to. Those are always good. Invoke Despair, definitely. Shambler. Decline. I'll take the 2, and I think I'll hook. I think... Oh. Okay. Interesting. There's not much I can do there. I can hook for 4, but it's gonna kill me. Despair is gonna lose. No, Despair he's gonna lose 2 and 1. I might as well hook for 4. He's gonna hit me for 6. Yeah, anything that I've seen a million times. Inferno. Did not expect it. Nobody really plays Inferno. Good one, though. Nobody really plays Inferno. Dragons are making a comeback, man. That's what Numbskull says. That's what Numbskull says. It says dragons are coming back. I guess people aren't set up to deal with dragons anymore. I guess people are not feeling the dragon thing. Maybe I'll have to do another Boros Dragons. Maybe I'll have to start dragging on. What are we thinking about Alchemy, man? What are we thinking about alchemy? Yeah, I might make a comeback. Hey, look, it's clever. It's the cleverest of the sounds. Clever. I missed your stream. I didn't notice it. It didn't give me the notification until way late, and I wanted to see you play. Elden Ring. Alchemy isn't real. You can't transmute lead into gold. Technically, you can. Technically, you can. All you need to do is add protons and neutrons to protons and electrons to it, and you can. So I wanna push back a little bit there. Okay, I want to push back there. So I feel like that might be misinformation. Mardu Anvil. I haven't seen Mardu Anvil. I've seen Rakdos Anvil. What about Mardu makes it better? What about its delicious Marduiness? What about white is improves the whole situation, as it were. Wedding announcement. Oh. Wedding announcement, right? Oh god, fucking Rite of Oblivion. Fucking A, Rite of Oblivion. So fucking tired of Black Oblivion. It's just one of those cards that didn't see a lot of play and all of a sudden just came out of nowhere. Exile, they overuse Exile too. Exile really should be a very severe punishment. Exile really is overused. I mean, I don't mind Exile when it's like it's exiled until X leaves the board, but when it's just exiled for good, it just removes it from the game. That should be a very sparsely used mechanic. Removing something from the game is an extremely powerful thing to do. You know. Did I ever tell you about the argument that I got into the guy at the place? The guy's like, "Oh man, it says search for a card outside the game." So the dude opens up his binder, starts going through all the cards he owns. I said, "Bro, you got to search from here. You can't just. Doesn't mean any card that you possibly own or has ever existed in Magic." He's like, "Man, it says any card from outside the game." So I'm like, "You're saying any card in Magic's history is now applicable. You can go get it." Since we're in the shop right now, you could just go up to the shop guy and go look for a card from outside the game and go buy one. If you want to go buy a Black Lotus right now and throw it in there, you could get it. Doesn't have to be in a 15 card sideboard. Yeah, outside the game, man. It's any card in the world. Doesn't matter what it is. I was like, man, I don't. Technically, it would. I mean, it wouldn't be the X card that you got exiled, but pleomorphic carcinoma. What's up? Thank you for Judge, bro. We're at the shop, man. Ain't no judge there, man. We're at the shop, bro. We weren't an attorney. We were just casual. Technically, it could be a fifth. It could be a fifth card. You didn't have it in your deck. It's outside. It's a card outside. If you have a fifth lightning bolt in your pocket, that card is from outside of the game you were playing, right? I know it went on for a while. It was a pretty funny debate. Yeah, I mean, it was a newer guy. I mean, he had only been playing for... Newer, of course, I'm going to say he'd only been playing for a year, but... I just talked to him the other day, my buddy Snoop. I don't know if this guy is actually having a problem or assault roping. I can't tell. What do you give away? I don't know if this guy has a connection issue or if he's playing Abzan something or other. Hold on, let me get out my salt detector. I can't tell. That's a disconnect. That was a disconnect. Yeah. I think that was just a disconnect. When they just let the timer run out to dead, I think that's a disconnect. Yes, my salt detector is a chicken. Musketeer doesn't say anything for an hour, comes up when I make a chicken sound. I'm sorry, my throat isn't all the way healed yet, so I can't make my good salt detector sound. I apologize that wasn't good enough. Musketeer. Hold on, let me try to do it. No, I can't do it. My throat's still not healed enough. No, doesn't sound right. That's a good first hand. Dying giraffe on stream. Absolutely there is. Absolutely there is. Anybody else wake up in the morning and very slowly open their phone to see if Putin has hit the button? You just like wake up and then you just tip your phone over and just start like, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm in an area that might be okay, maybe. There's nothing very strategic around me. I'm kind of out in the sticks. I feel like somebody would wake me up, but also it'd just be my luck to sleep right through it, so, you know. Tovalar. Not even necessarily gone after the US, but just hit it in Europe, which would obviously... you guys ever see that, you guys ever hear that one where the air horns, the tornado sirens are harmonizing and it sounds like the Rapture? That's a good one. Yeah, I think the national alert, I just don't mean towards us, but I'm worried he's going to use it in Europe, man. I'm worried he's going to hit like Kyiv or somebody with it, or one of them nuclear power stations that they keep shooting at is going to blow up. Discard a card. I know. I think the man bit off way more than he thought he was going to have to, way more than he could chew with this one, to be perfectly honest. I think that he is bit off way more than he could chew with this That's just my 2 cents, though. That's what it appears, anyways. My graveyard. What I'm worried about is he's such a crazy asshole that he'd be like, oh, well, all you assholes fucking don't want me to give me what I want. Well, too bad. I'm taking what I want now. You can eat it. Raven gives you his... Oh, yeah. That, you know what that sounds like to me, huh? That sounds like hanging out with Numbskull talk is what that sounds like. That's what that sounds like to be there. I'm just kidding. I like to tease Raven. Yeah, they turned off the Swift system, so they can't get money from them anymore. So, you know, of course they stand with him now. Follower goal, Matt. Hey, tooled for Twitch. Look at that. I didn't expect. Look at that. 970. We're almost there, boys. Boys, we're almost there, boys. We're almost there. I'm telling you, boys, we're almost there. 30 away. Welcome. What is your name? Too old for Twitch. Okay, that's pretty funny. That's a good name. Too old for Twitch. Good one, man. He has 4 Kodama's Tree of the West out. Too old for Twitch. Yeah, I see it. Well, when it's 4 O's in a row, it confuses me. 3 O's in a row. Apologies. Look at this enchantment deck here, guys. Really cool stuff. I mean, not enchantment. Legend deck. Very nice. Very nice. Couldn't get the Meathook big enough. The Mirror Box enchantment. That's literally the first time I've seen Mirror Box be played. Hey, thank you so much for coming by and supporting me, man. I hope you're liking the videos, because you know what happens if you don't. All right, last one, boys. Opponent goes first. Alright, Shambler to Warlock to double Talisman. Talisman and Warlock double play here. Ooh, Adversary, very nice. You don't see that often. Let's do that. Good target for Feed the Swarm, no attacks. Oh, I'm going to take it. Warlock. Mana, mana, mana. Mana. Okay, good call there. Not making any move, guy. Let's do that. Let's do that. Push it in. Gain and drain there. Create a treasure token. Kind of expecting a hook. Aggro. Odd choice. It's still gonna hurt him a whole bunch. Put down a power mana there. He's happy with losing the life. You're happy with losing the life. Let me get rid of you though. Let me put Marauding Blight. Marauding Blight with a running a whatchamacallit here. Is a hit, Kerbango, and a pop. Down to an 8 right there. That's pretty nice. And an Edgar. Charmed, I'm sure. Pass. Okay. Graveyard Trespasser. What are you trying to do here, man? Bit of an odd Orzhov here. So let's do that, and I think this will probably cover it. I'm sure, because he's gonna be down to a he's gonna be down to a 3. He's gonna be down to a 2. Oh yeah, I could have just killed him. Oh, well, we'll play with him. We'll cat him a little bit. We'll cat and mouse him a little bit. Either way, he's fucking done anyways. You know, for some reason in the back of my head, I knew that Edgar Markov turned into something else. But for some reason, I kept thinking that it would immediately put down a token. I said, oh, it won't matter if I kill him. I'm just going to be losing the life. But the token comes out later. Just not misthinking on my part, really, for the most part. When does the token come out? Does it come out at the end of your turn, at the beginning of your upkeep? Upkeep, okay. I was thinking it's like a werewolf and it transforms immediately. I don't know. Just my brain's not all the way. I'm at about 99%. So mea culpa. Forgive me. But you got to say it, Stig. That's your line, man. Say the line, Stig. You missed lethal. Yeah! Alright, that's enough today. That's gonna be, dark. That's gonna be dark. Dark. Bloodcaster does create, yeah, Bloodcaster immediately makes a blood tokens or bats or something. I don't know. Until next time, guys, we're gonna leave it right there. I actually think the performance is way up on this. I think I did probably as bad as I've ever done with this deck right now. So I think I expect much better. This is probably going to be my go-to leveler because this is what I went from flat 4 to about mid 3, and I'm sure I could push on diamond with it. So we're going to leave it there, folks. Until next time, guys. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.